Hey there, Tex is coming at you from A Radical Difference, and our timeout this week is about perspective. Now, your perspective is everything to you. It's the way you view things, it's the way you understand things, it's how you form your beliefs, your opinions, how you make decisions. Everything comes out of that filter of your perspective. And no one's perspective is exactly the same. Even when we see eye to eye on things, our perspective is still somewhat different in areas. Our perspective is formed from our life experience, from our thoughts and feelings, and from what we've been taught. So no one has lived the life that you've lived, and so no one has the same perspective as you. And to expect someone to get my perspective completely, like, how can you not see this way, and how can you not understand how I'm feeling in this situation, is not fair. But it's also not fair for us to expect other people to live by our standards, to live by our perspective. You can't. You can't make them understand yours, and you can't, I can't get the words out. You can't make them understand your perspective, and you can't fully understand their perspective. It's not possible. And so that's when grace comes into play. We have to have grace for other people. And we have to consider what they've lived through, what they've been taught, the time frame they were born, the childhood that they had, the religious background they grew up with, or maybe no religious background, or maybe they were abused by someone who was involved in church, or maybe they were hate education because their teacher was painfully mean. I mean, we just don't know. We don't know. And it's so important that if we want to have influence in someone's life, if we want what we're saying to make life better for us and for someone else, we have to have grace for what they've lived through, for how they've come to the conclusions they've come to. It's important. It's important. We live in a society where we have to interact and mingle with each other. We live on Earth, and we all got to get along. It's the same thing with littering. We can't go littering and treating the Earth that we live on poorly if we expect it to give back to us what we need. Same thing with human relationships. We can't treat other people poorly because we don't understand their perspective and expect anything in the world to change. Look, the world we live in is whacked out, screwed up, not where it needs to be. And so somebody has to take responsibility for being different, for activating change. And the way we become different and are able to activate change is to consider somebody else's perspective and how they came to that conclusion and love them through that, so that then we have the right to speak into their lives. So be careful this week as you interact with people that you're considering how they view things and why. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week.